Have you ever felt tightness in your chest when walking a little faster than usual, or maybe after a stressful conversation with someone close to you? And tell me honestly, have you ever ignored that strange pressure or sudden short breath thinking, maybe it's just gas or I'm just tired today? If yes, then your heart might have been whispering for help. But don't worry, today we're going to go deep into the quiet, overlooked reason behind 99% of heart attacks, and the one life-saving shift that might keep you out of trouble forever. Let's begin. The heart isn't just a pump. It's a loyal friend that beats nearly 100,000 times a day asking for very little in return. But when that friend is treated casually, neglected, or overburdened quietly over the years, it doesn't scream right away. It stays silent until one day it collapses without warning. The real silent killer for your heart isn't always fatty food or lack of exercise. It's something far more subtle. It's something 9 out of 10 people over the age of 55 ignore: chronic low-grade inflammation. Yes, inflammation. The quiet fire inside your blood vessels. You don't see it. You don't feel it. But it burns, slowly narrowing your arteries, destabilizing your heartbeat, thickening your blood. By the time you feel the chest pain or shortness of breath, the damage is often years deep. What makes it more alarming? It comes not just from diet or smoking, but even from poor sleep, loneliness, daily emotional stress, lack of magnesium, certain medications, and even oral infections. Let's decode it properly. Let's begin with food, because what you eat 3 times a day either fuels inflammation or fights it. Processed meats, like sausages, salami, ham, fried items, white bread, margarine, sugary pastries, all contribute to a state called endothelial dysfunction. This simply means the smooth inner walls of your blood vessels start becoming rough, sticky, inflamed, and that allows bad cholesterol to stick more easily. When you're younger, your body still manages to fight back, but after 60, the protective hormones decline. The body becomes more sensitive to damage, and every little mistake adds up. So how do we reverse that? Can it even be reversed? Yes. But we must not treat this like a diet or quick fix. It's a lifestyle rewiring. Start with breakfast. Oatmeal, yes, but not the sugary instant one. Choose plain steel-cut oats. Add crushed walnuts, half a banana, sprinkle with flaxseed. This breakfast is anti-inflammatory, rich in omega-3s, magnesium-soluble fiber, all proven to reduce cholesterol and stabilize blood pressure. If your teeth don't allow heavy chewing, blend it into a soft mash. Don't skip because of discomfort. Your heart doesn't care for excuses. It only responds to effort. Now for lunch, the golden trio: lentils, leafy greens, and a small piece of fatty fish like salmon if not allergic. If you're vegetarian, tofu or boiled black beans are just as good. These foods bring in potassium, magnesium, and heart-loving proteins. They reduce arterial stiffness. And guess what? They help you sleep better too, because heart inflammation also affects nighttime rest. Dinner must be light. A warm vegetable soup with barley or brown rice. Avoid meat at night. No matter how digestible someone says it is, after 60, the gut slows down, and proteins at night increase your heart's workload. Let's talk habits now. One of the quietest ways you harm your heart every day: sitting too long. Yes, hours of TV or mobile scrolling without moving your legs. When blood stagnates in the lower limbs, it thickens. Blood pressure spikes. That pressure travels up to the heart, and boom, another strike of inflammation. Even if you walk once a day, it's not enough. You need movement every hour. So here's a rule: every 45 minutes, stand up. Stretch your arms above your head. Walk to the kitchen. Fill a glass of water. Come back. It doesn't matter how small the walk is. It matters that your blood moves. Now some elders will say, "But I don't feel like walking anymore. My legs hurt." That's a signal, not an excuse. When your legs hurt during short walks, it's often due to something called peripheral artery disease, PAD. A warning sign that your heart's arteries might also be blocked. Get tested. Ask your doctor for an ABI test. It's simple. It compares the blood pressure in your ankle and your arm. If there's a difference, it's a red flag. The earlier you know, the sooner you can fix it. Let's go deeper into something nobody talks about often: your emotional state. Loneliness, grief, chronic sadness. These are not just mental health issues. They are inflammatory. Yes, feelings can inflame your arteries, Researchers at Harvard found that people who suppress their emotions are at double the risk of cardiac events. Why? Because emotional suppression leads to higher cortisol, and cortisol, the stress hormone, damages the inner lining of the blood vessels, just like sugar does. So what's the fix? You don't need a therapist if you can't afford one, but you do need connection. Join a walking group, volunteer once a week, visit your local library and spend time reading around people. Even sitting in a public park gives your nervous system a break from isolation, because when you feel connected, your blood pressure drops, your heart rate stabilizes, and your risk of heart attack decreases dramatically. Now let's talk numbers. After 60, your blood pressure should stay under 105. Even if your doctor says that's normal for your age, you must still work to bring it down, because normal doesn't mean safe. Ask your doctor to test your hsCRP, high-sensitivity C-reactive protein. It's a marker of hidden inflammation. The closer it is to 0, the better. Above 2, time to act. Also test for homocysteine. If high, it means your arteries are being corroded silently. D12 and folate can help, but only after consultation. Magnesium glycinate, 300 mg daily, is known to lower blood pressure and ease heart rhythm irregularity. Again, ask your doctor before taking it. But know that magnesium deficiency is epidemic in elders due to decades of processed food and low soil quality. Now about your routine. Wake up and sleep at the same time daily. Don't check your phone in the first hour. Start the day by sitting quietly for 5 minutes. Eyes closed, just breathing. This small ritual improves heart rate variability, a sign of a resilient, flexible heart. Eat breakfast before 9. Walk within 30 minutes after eating. Nap only if needed, and never longer than 20 minutes. Stay hydrated. Yes, but not too much. 6-7 glasses spread throughout the day is enough. And yes, go easy on coffee. After 65, your liver's detox power slows, and caffeine stays longer in your system. Switch 1 cup to hibiscus tea. It lowers blood pressure naturally. We haven't even touched smoking or alcohol yet, because the one we're targeting here is often missed. Inflammation. Now you know its face. You've seen how it hides in foods, feelings, stillness, sleep, and silence. You've seen how it turns into a heart attack quietly, without asking permission. But more importantly, now you know how to stop it. Not by buying expensive machines, not by following impossible routines, but by making small, powerful, consistent changes. Let's now look closely at what happens when the heart starts to struggle. One of the earliest signs your heart is unhappy is when you begin to feel tired doing things that were once easy. Climbing a few stairs, walking around the house, even brushing your teeth can make your arms feel heavy. This isn't just aging. This is your heart asking for help. You may notice small signs: cold feet, swollen ankles, waking up gasping at night. These are early red flags, not always dangerous right away, but not something to ignore either. Now imagine the blood inside your body like a flowing river. The heart is the pump pushing that river forward every second of your life. But now think of what happens if that river slowly gets blocked. Bits of dirt, leaves, and twigs gather over time. The water starts to slow. It puts pressure on the banks. The same happens with your blood when your arteries get clogged. Clogged arteries don't happen overnight. It begins with irritation inside the vessel walls, what we talked about earlier, inflammation. That irritation lets bad cholesterol that stickiness forms tiny plaques. Over time, the plaques grow. The river narrows, and one day a piece breaks off and completely stops the flow. That's a heart attack. But let's get even more detailed. People often think cholesterol is the enemy. That's not fully true. Your body needs cholesterol to make hormones, repair cells, and even digest food. The problem is when you have too much of the wrong kind and too little of the good kind. LDL is the bad cholesterol, HDL is the good one. Think of LDL as a delivery truck. It delivers cholesterol to your tissues. HDL is the cleanup crew. It takes the excess cholesterol back to the liver. If you don't have enough HDL, there's no one to sweep up the mess. Now the question is, how do we build more HDL and reduce LDL without depending only on medicines? Let's start with physical movement, not extreme workouts, not gym push-ups, just simple, consistent movement. For example, walking after meals, even 10 minutes after lunch a day, with short intervals. reduces blood fat, and supports better digestion. Over time, this habit alone can boost HDL if you can safely handle it. Light strength exercises twice a week, like lifting small water bottles, standing and sitting repeatedly from a chair, help your muscles grow, and muscles eat fat. The more muscle you have, the better your body handles cholesterol. Even breathing plays a role. Deep breathing exercises slow down your heart rate and reduce cortisol. Less cortisol means less damage to arteries. Let's explore diet in more detail now. For breakfast, oatmeal was one suggestion. But what if you don't like it? Try mashed avocado on whole grain. Avocado has healthy fats that lower LDL and raise HDL. Sprinkle sesame or sunflower seeds on top. These seeds contain plant sterols that reduce cholesterol absorption. Another idea is boiled sweet potato with cinnamon. It's rich in potassium and natural fiber, helps balance sugar and soothes the gut. For people who wake up without hunger, don't skip breakfast completely. Sip warm lemon water with a spoon of chia seeds soaked overnight. It kickstarts your digestion and hydrates your cells. Lunch should be the most balanced meal of the day. A plate should have 1 handful of lean protein, boiled eggs, lentils, grilled fish, 2 handfuls of vegetables, spinach, carrots, cabbage, bitter gourd, 1 fist of whole grain, brown rice, chapati, barley, 1 teaspoon of healthy fat, olive oil or ghee. If you enjoy Indian meal, khichdi with moong dal and vegetables is perfect, easy to digest, low in fat, high in comfort. Dinner should be light but nutrient-dense. Soup with pumpkin, carrots, garlic and a spoon of barley. Add a few soaked almonds on the side. Almonds contain vitamin E, an antioxidant that protects blood vessels. Snacks, keep it simple. A handful of roasted chickpeas, a small apple, a few dates if your sugar is under control. A cube of dark chocolate twice a week is okay, 70% cocoa or more, it supports blood flow. Hydration also matters. Most elders either overdrink or underdrink water. Too much water strains the kidneys, too little thickens the blood. Ideal range, 6 to 7 glasses daily, unless your doctor says otherwise. One smart method, keep a cup of water near your bed. Sip slowly when you wake up, not fast. Too much water suddenly can lower sodium levels and cause confusion or dizziness. Now, let's discuss sleep. Bad sleep increases risk of heart disease more than many realize. When you sleep less than 6 hours, your body can't lower nighttime blood pressure. Your heart never gets a break. Here's a routine to improve sleep. Eat dinner 3 hours before bed. Turn off all screens 1 hour before bed. Keep room dark and slightly cool. Use warm water for foot wash before sleep. It draws blood to your feet and calms your mind. You can also try a bedtime drink. Warm milk with a pinch of turmeric and a few crushed basil leaves. This calms inflammation and helps with anxiety. If you wake up often at night to urinate, reduce fluid intake 2 hours before bed. Avoid tea or coffee after 5 p.m. Let's not forget medications. Many elders take cholesterol-lowering medicines like statin. These are powerful but can sometimes cause side effects like muscle pain or fatigue. Always talk to your doctor if you feel strange after starting a new medicine. Don't stop it on your own. Also discuss supplements like CoQ10. It helps reduce statin-related fatigue, but only use with medical approval. Next, let's focus on magnesium. We touched on this earlier, but it's so important, it deserves deeper attention. Magnesium helps your heart relax between beats. It reduces arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats, and improves insulin sensitivity. Magnesium-rich foods, pumpkin seeds, spinach, black beans, whole grains, yogurt. If needed, doctors might recommend magnesium glycinate or citrate. Never exceed 400 mg unless advised. Let's talk about calcium now. Calcium is needed for muscles including the heart muscle, but taking too much from supplements can backfire. It can cause calcium to deposit in arteries, hardening them. Best way, get calcium from food sources, low-fat milk, tofu, sesame seeds, figs, ragi finger millet. Also remember, calcium needs vitamin D to absorb. Morning sunlight is the best medicine. Sit outside for 20 minutes between 8 to 10 a.m. Let the light touch your arms and face. No sunscreen needed for those minutes. Now about stress. Everyone talks about stress, but few understand how it really hurts the heart. Stress causes your blood vessels to tighten, your heart beats faster, your body becomes acidic. Over time, this damages your artery. Simple stress relief techniques. 4-7-8 breathing. Inhale 4 seconds, hold 7 seconds, exhale 8 seconds. Gratitude journaling. Write 3 things you're thankful for each night. Nature walks. Even 10 minutes near trees can reduce cortisol. If you have spiritual faith, prayer or chanting calms the mind. If not, just listening to soft instrumental music helps. The goal is the same: release tension from the chest. Let's also talk about people. Your relationships affect your heart more than you realize. Harsh words, arguments, loneliness all leave scars not just on the mind, but the arteries. Kindness, laughter, shared meals. These repair the damage silently. Spend time with people who uplift you. Even once a week is enough. And be that person for someone else too. Now we'll focus on small habits that secretly harm your heart. Holding in urine too long. This raises blood pressure. Eating too fast causes sugar spikes and digestion issues. Constant noise, TV or loud music all day increases heart rate. Try to eat in silence. Chew your food 24. Respect your meals like medicine. Let your body absorb fully. And now something most overlooked: dental health. Poor gums are linked to heart disease, bleeding gums, bad breath, loose teeth. Time to see your dentist. Why? Because gum infections send bacteria into the blood. These bacteria damage artery walls. Brush twice daily. Use soft bristle brush. Floss if possible. If not, rinse with warm salt water after meals. Now let's pause and summarize the hidden danger behind heart attacks again. It's not just fat or sugar. It's silent inflammation. It hides in your food, thoughts, sleep, stillness, stress, loneliness, and even in your teeth. And it builds up quietly. But here's the truth: just like it builds up, it can also melt away slowly with consistent habits. That's the gift of awareness. When you change small things, one walk, one healthy breakfast, one good night's sleep, one positive conversation, you begin building a shield around your heart. The heart never asks for luxury. It asks for rhythm. It asks for peace. It asks for balance. And when it gets those, it beats for you far longer than you expect. Every heart has its own story. Some beat loudly through a long life of purpose and laughter, while others slow down quietly, bearing the weight of neglect, unresolved emotions, or decades of small mistakes that added up. But no matter how far along someone may feel, there's always a space left for rebuilding. The heart is more forgiving than we believe. Even at 70 or 80, your arteries can respond. The healing might be slower, but it is never impossible. Now, let's look deeper at some specific routines that truly reshape heart health for elders, and explore how to adapt these based on body types, pre-existing conditions, and personal lifestyle. Let's begin with movement. If you're overweight, it's important to start with low-impact exercises. Your joints may not allow long walks, but seated leg lifts, arm stretches with resistance bands, or even gentle pool exercises can all boost circulation. In fact, water supports your weight, making movements easier on the knees and back. If you're underweight or weak, focus more on strengthening your body. Simple things like squeezing a soft ball, holding small hand weights while seated, or stepping side to side can rebuild lost muscle. Remember, heart strength isn't just about cardio. It's also about muscle tone, especially in the lower body. Strong legs equal better blood return to the heart. If you're diabetic, exercise becomes even more critical. Walk after every meal, especially dinner. This helps bring sugar down naturally and prevents it from staying in your blood overnight. High sugar stiffens arteries and makes your heart pump harder than it should. Those with arthritis can explore chair yoga, tai chi, or range of motion routines designed specifically for seniors with joint pain. The idea is movement, not strain. And if you are wheelchair-bound, don't feel discouraged. Shoulder circles, wrist rolls, deep breathing, and facial exercises can still stimulate circulation and reduce stiffness. Let's now shift to different kinds of people based on lifestyle. For those who live alone, structure is everything. Without a routine, the body gets lazy. Set a fixed wake-up time. Make your bed every morning. Keep your breakfast ready the night before. Create alarms for water, walking, and meals. Small routines give big returns. For elders living with children or grandchildren, Ask them to walk with you once a week. Let them help you plan meal. Teach them how you used to eat in your youth, less fried, more fresh. You'll not only help your heart but also protect theirs. Now let's talk about technology. While screens are part of modern life, too much phone or TV time before bed reduces melatonin, your sleep hormone. Blue light suppresses this hormone, keeping your brain alert when it should be winding down. A heart needs rest. Deep, consistent sleep improves your heart rate variability, how well your heart adapts to changes. This is a strong sign of longevity. Use a simple rule: turn off all screens 1 hour before bed. Use yellow or warm lighting. Keep your phone face down or in another room. Let sleep become a sacred ritual again. Let's explore another area that's almost never discussed: noise pollution. Sounds may seem harmless, but constant low-level noise from traffic, loud fans, TV, or even aggressive music can overstimulate the nervous system. Your body keeps releasing adrenaline, making your heart work overtime. Try to keep at least 1 hour of complete silence each day. Sit in a corner, close your eyes. Listen to your own breath. This alone resets your nervous system. Now, what about anger? Anger is one of the most dangerous emotions for the heart. Unlike sadness, which slows the heart rate, anger speeds it up sharp. Blood pressure rises, vessels tighten, and the risk of arrhythmia increases. Even a single outburst can increase the risk of heart attack for the next 2 hours. Instead of suppressing or exploding, learn to diffuse. When you feel heat rise in your chest, step away. Sit down. Place your right palm over your heart. Inhale slowly, count to 4. Exhale slowly, count to 6. Do this 3 times. Say nothing until your voice feels calm. This small act can save your life. Let's talk about hormones too. With age, certain hormones decrease naturally, especially estrogen in women and testosterone in men. These shifts affect heart health. Women after menopause experience higher risk of heart disease due to lower estrogen. This can lead to stiff arteries and changes in fat distribution. Men with low testosterone may feel tired, emotionally dull, or lose muscle mass, leading to increased fat and cholesterol issues. But these changes don't always require medication. For women, flax seeds ground 1 tablespoon daily help balance hormone. They also lower blood pressure and inflammation. For men, strength exercises, vitamin D from sunlight, and zinc-rich foods, pumpkin seeds, beans, support healthy hormone levels naturally. Now to discuss supplements. Let's be very cautious here. Supplements are tools, not miracles, and they can also be harmful if taken without proper advice. Here are a few proven ones, but only after confirming with your doctor. Omega-3 EPA DHA reduces triglycerides and inflammation. Coenzyme Q10 supports energy in heart cells. Useful for those on statins. Magnesium glycinate eases blood pressure and irregular heartbeat. Hawthorn berry extract, an age-old herb known to improve circulation. Garlic capsules, for those who cannot tolerate fresh garlic but want the cardiovascular benefit. All these should be taken under supervision, especially if you're on blood thinners or diabetes medications. And now let's touch a topic that's often avoided: fear. Many elders don't take care of their heart because they're afraid. Afraid of the hospital. Afraid of hearing something bad. Afraid of being told they need surgery. So they ignore the signs, but the truth is, early awareness saves you from future complications. Knowing your numbers, your symptoms, your triggers, it gives you control. You don't have to suffer, you just have to plan. If your family doesn't support you in these steps, don't stop. Your body is your own, and your life still belongs to you even at 80 or 90. Take charge. Let your family know how serious you are. Let them see that you are not giving up just because of your age. If you live in a rural area with limited access to hospitals, get basic equipment: digital BP monitor, finger pulse oximeter, sugar testing machine. These tools don't cost much, but they help you monitor your heart regularly. Even keeping a simple daily health diary. Note your sleep, steps walked, meals eaten, mood, gives you clues about what helps or harms your heart. Let's now talk about joy. Because nothing heals the heart more than real joy. Laughter, gratitude, doing something for someone, singing your old favorite song, teaching a child how to play a card game, watering your plants, sitting on the floor and doing light stretches while your favorite radio show plays in the background. These are medicines, better than most pills. Your heart understands your emotions more than your brain does. It remembers, it listens.